How's it going, Emmanuel? Random skateboarder guy. How you doing? I'm doing great, Emmanuel. How are you? How you guys holding up? What's up, Donut Man? Doing good? Heck yeah. Love that. Got some sick Crocs. Let's go. I used to wear Crocs, and I absolutely effed my ankle stepping on something, and I never wore them again. Today we got the background music. I happen to be listening to some stream safe stuff today. Yeah, Crocs are not for me, unfortunately. What are you gonna do? Have I thought of a name for Flip's Race? I have not thought of a name for Flip's Race. I have not. Don't be loud, don't be loud, don't be loud, don't be loud, don't be loud. I'm so sorry for your ears. Me shouting doesn't make it quiet. I'll turn it down. Sorry. Ooh, how's it going, Lexi? Let's go. Heck yeah, Corrupt Omega. How you doing? I don't plan on naming stuff like Flips Race. Plan on just letting it be. Love seeing more indie. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, you got more indie right here, baby. Do you make the models or do you get someone to make them? I make the models. There is no visual animation asset that I don't create in my work. The only thing that I outsource is the sound design and the music, which I still select and lay myself. I just use like pre-existing libraries of sound assets. Very talented. Thank you. How long has this been worked on? The pilot, the first episode took me 5 months to make. Heck yeah, Lexi. Heck yeah. How's it going, Magnumus? All solo side voice acting. How's it going, KBC? Yeah, I do the voice acting for the male characters. So I did the voice acting for Flip here, and Idris here. I think those are the only two. Oh, and Max. All the male voice acting is me, and then the female voice actors are all performed by my wife. And then all the animation is done by myself. But yeah, 5 months for the pilot, but that included making all the models and character rigs. So I don't expect subsequent episodes to be that long. I'm hoping that the episodes are going to have like a 3 or 4 month turnaround. Speaking of which, I got to open this. Welcome back, Arcani. How you doing? Heck yeah, Corrupt. Thank you. Glad you like the project. Definitely having a good time with it. Speaking of which, I actually have a poll scheduled for tomorrow. But it's something we can yap about. I have a poll scheduled for tomorrow. Skifters is doing way better than any other project that I've done. And I'm kind of curious as to what people are resonating with so much. So I made a little poll. I'll show you my options. This is basically like, what about this project do you like? I had to kind of bunch them up a little bit. The 4 because I only get to 4 categories. Those 4 categories being characters, story, style, and sound in general. The characters, like how the characters look and how like their vocal performances, if they're charming, that kind of thing. The story of like what's going on and I guess the action and the concept. The style of how the animation looks and how the characters move and stuff. And then the sound being like how like effective like the music and stuff is and how that's going. Skipped it so hard in art school. Hell yeah. So I'm curious as what people are liking about the show. This poll will go live tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, curious to see what that result is like. Because like, when I say like the show's doing well, like the show's doing so much like astronomically more well than anything I've ever done. So there is a world where I've just like leveled up, but I am curious if there's like something specific that's like when y'all think about the show, like what is it that makes you want to come back for episode 2, you know? Character designs in Mayo. Heck yeah. He makes April sniper bullets that can ricochet. They will be doing a little bit of that already. How's it going, Remnai? Are they adopted or is he wearing a suit? Why are those like separated? How's it going, Aki? How's it going, Red Dynamite? Been a hot minute? Yes, it has. But we're back, baby. Sanity's not sanitying. Jeez. Time to take a little bit of rest. Heck yeah, Aki. I hope that we feel your creative desires. It's going pretty good. We're getting there. Heck yeah, Remni. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We'd love it when we got a good turnout, you know? We love that. Her dad is Idris Yamashita, right? Is the sound levels okay? Like, is me to the music to Maya like a good ratio? Because I know me scrubbing through and listening to the same voice line 100 times is not necessarily the most lovely thing, but I can alter it a little bit if it's too much. Fair enough. Sounds good to me, but I'm on my phone. Fair enough. Sounds good. Does she have a name? I haven't watched this new snippets yet. Her name is Damper. How dare you, KBC? Burp, burp.
There's like a dozen investigations going
I love Flip. He's so good. So good. Whoa. She damper on my door till I flip. Sounds good, KBC. Appreciate your comedy. We'll see you in the Discord. Heck yeah.
There's like a dozen investigations going on that Vertex uses illegal portal tech in those things. Heck yeah, they do.
Okay. Now it's time for the more obnoxious part. He's going to grab the tablet from Torque, which is next. I just want to fix this little bit here.
Vertex uses illegal portal tech in those things. Heck yeah, they do.
Okay, let's get Flip rockin'. How was my day? My day was pretty good. I worked my regular job, which is always mid, because I'd rather be doing this. But you know, had worse days. Now we're doing this, so that's pretty good redemption. We're definitely going to have this shot done today. And then we're probably going to get the next shot done today as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots left. And then we will be caught up to where we're currently at with the episode, which I'm so excited for. I mean, just look at this stuff. We get caught up to this stuff. We get this in our jams. That's pretty epic. We're going to start animating some combat. Let's freaking go. Came from legal slavery to do voluntary slavery, for real. I like it, Emmanuel. Thanks. It does also have it does have audio. One sec.
I swear it's just been one thing after another lately. I would love a chance to just catch my breath.
Chill out, Girly Pop. You've got this.
8 iron!
I tracked the use of your Vertex tablet from 2 systems away. Vertex will pay for the crimes it's committed against the inhabitants of the universe. You are not the first of the accused, and you won't be the last. Not until I get my hands on Idris Yamashita.
Thanks, Remni. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of golf club shouting coming up. Love that. Yeah, you guys like max ammo? I'm really into his character. I think he's gonna be one of the funnest characters for sure. I have some really cool stuff planned for him. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, we're gonna be animating a lot of Max and a lot of him fighting, because that's kind of his thing. We're definitely gonna be seeing who the strongest gangster is in this frickin' universe by the end of Skifters. I like that there's no fighting in the first episode, though. It feels very, I like that each act is going to have kind of its own thing. The first episode, there's going to be, like, it's like a lot of, like, racing and cars, and then second, like, it'll all still be there. There'll be cars and racing and whatever, like, in every episode. But the first episode's, like, a lot of racing and cars, and then, like, second episode's going to have a lot of fighting. And then episode 3, we're gonna have a very dramatic shift in tone, which I'm really excited for. That's gonna be more the gimmick of that episode. Is like the tone is gonna dramatically flip, and then episode 4 is gonna kind of be like the penultimate. It's gonna have everything. It's gonna have like each of the 3 episodes is gonna kind of host a special like part of the Skifters formula, and then episode 4 is gonna kind of like be the ensemble. I think it's gonna be cool. I don't know if he can fight with swords. He cannot fight with swords. What's your favorite show? Curious what inspired this. He's gonna be real menace with a gun for real. Why does Flip wiggle his fingers before he grabs delicious foods? It's all in the anticipation. This might be from Piku Niku. But this is the creator who made the Piku Niku soundtrack, so probably. What's my favorite show? I don't really have a favorite show, honestly. Well, I don't know. I like a lot of shows. I really like Hiroyuki Maishi's works. He is the director, more recently, of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But I really like his other stuff. Most of his other stuff. I like Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is probably my favorite. I really like Gurren Lagann. I really like Promare. I really like Space Patrol Luluko. A lot of Hiroyuki Maishi's works. I've had this conversation before on stream, though. I try not to be like, when I come up with my ideas, I try not to sit down and be like, oh, I definitely want to make I want to make something like Kill la Kill, or I want to make something like whatever, because I feel like that will just put me in a headspace of like replicating something where I'd rather come up with something original. Not that you can't be inspired by stuff, but it puts me in a bad headspace for like, I feel like I'm copying out when I'm like, trying to replicate. So I try to stay away from that philosophy of like, you can do it really well with video games where you're like, dude, what if it was Call of Duty but with building, like Fortnite, like that kind of thing. Be like, what if it was Kill la Kill? What if it was Gurren Lagann but cars instead of robots? Or what if it was like that kind of thing? I don't like doing that kind of thing. So I can't really point to a single like piece of inspiration, because I don't look back at stuff like that, like while I'm working, to be kind of like, okay, like how do I do that? Like I just kind of make it up as I go. Maybe not as good a strategy to make something great, but definitely the way that I prefer to work. It's a lot more fulfilling when I just kind of see where the inspiration comes from passively, without trying to directly like copy. I'm really inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean right now. I freaking love Pirates of the Caribbean, specifically at World's End. And obviously this is nothing like Pirates of the Caribbean, The tone is going to dramatically what? Shift. S-H-I-F-T. It's going to change. Have you heard of YouTube's new policy? How's it going? Rara, I don't know anything about new policy. As a machine enthusiast, I'm fueled entirely by either Ultra Kill or small indie shows. Heck yeah. Dude. Don't even... You're playing a dangerous game bringing up Evangelion in this stream. I crashed out about that show the other day. I've had a meltdown. Extra inspiration from music because, dude, I get a huge amount. I get way more inspiration from music than I do. I get way more creative inspiration from music than I do cartoons. No question. I'm a big music person. I'm not a musician by any means. I've tried, but it's just like my brain just doesn't work like that. But creatively, I get a lot more out of music than I do anything else. Which is kind of weird because like I said, I'm not a musician. But I like music. Oh no, not again. We already went through this. Eva crash it. No! Music's really fun to make your projects, not gonna lie. Heck yeah. I'm gonna give you the TLDR so that I don't drag everybody through the trenches of my Evangelion rant, but I do not like Evangelion. I really like Hiroyuki Maishi's works. I like all of his stuff for the most part. Some of his stuff I don't like, and Evangelion is one of the things that I do not like. He didn't direct it, to be fair, I don't think. But boy, oh boy, I hate that show. I just don't like how depressing it is. I don't like it when a main character, there's like no redeeming qualities. He's just like insufferable. He's just like a baby the whole time. Like, I don't mind characters who are flawed, but you gotta have more than that going on. If it's just a depressing character, then I'm just like, I'm not having fun. There's no eke of light in that show. And I get why that works. Like, I get that it's edgy, and I know people, and I get people like it. I can't stand that, like, that philosophy of like, dude, it's so relatable because sometimes life sucks, and the fact that this, like, things suck in this show just makes it so, like, grounded and like, oh, dude, pick yourself up. I don't like that kind of thing. I totally get it. It's not an objective stance. I understand that Evangelion is a avant-garde masterpiece and everybody loves it. But as per my taste, it's just like the most unwatchable thing. I tried on 3 separate occasions to like get in the right headspace and sit down and watch it. And I was like, maybe I didn't get it. Maybe I just whatever. Okay, let's try again. I kept trying and I was just like, I just need to like accept that I hate this show and move on with my life. Neon Genesis Evangelion is the show I'm talking about. Yeah, like I said, nothing wrong with that show on a surface level. I haven't finished it, so I'm can't really say much. I totally respect it. I totally respect how important it was, but I just don't like that mood of show. That's all. So naturally, it just doesn't resonate with me. Visually stunning. The art is amazing. But yeah, the robot. Yeah, you got it. I think that Gurren Lagann does it really well because Simon is a depressed scumbag that is just completely unlikable, but like the characters around him like get him to pick himself up, and it's like, yes, like we're not wasting our freaking time here, dude. We're like there's payoff, there's meaningful like evolution, and it's not like despite the fact that we have like a super depressing character, a depressed and depressing character on the screen, doesn't mean that we have to like subject ourselves to that being the whole mood of the show. Like every character should not be like that. Gurren Lagann does it really well. You know Chikawa? I do not. I like how at the end of Skifter's Torque dies and Flip cries to bring her back to life. Dude. Spoilers. I'd be very curious to know if anybody has any sort of sense or like I don't know, like hypothesis as to like what kind of turns this show is going to take. Very curious to see like what people think of the show once it's done, like where it goes, because you know, we're not going to play it safe. We're going to get wacky. We're not going to, every episode's not going to be episode 1 again. I would argue the two most like samey episodes would be episodes 1 and 2, but it's kind of like a slow exponential ramp. It's like this. It's like whoop, like episode 1, and then like episode 2 is getting different, and then episode 3 is gonna be you know what I mean? I'm curious if anyone has a sense as to where we're going, and I'm very interested to see how people react, specifically to episode 3. Make a theory channel for real. I'll make an honest prediction if you want. Go for it. I will confirm or deny nothing. But I'll check out what you got, you know? Torque is going to lose the skip, then go back in time to take $1 chicken wings back on the menu and save the skip again. That's the difference. That's what they needed, was cheap chicken tenders, and then it would have worked. I like that. I all got stuck in a paradox. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. I'm unfamiliar with the term. I suspect the skiff will end up surpassing the universal one early to midway through, but there becomes a problem of maintaining the skiff to make sure the universe unit doesn't implode. I have literally nothing, speaking from deranged scratches on the wall. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but I like that. Or screw up on something and turn the skiff into a black hole or something. Nope, can't confirm or deny, but I like that too. Prediction: Dan returns the gang. At the end of the episode, Max Emma becomes sort of a Pokemon-esque rival who occasionally works with the gang. So I started predictions. Okay. Like I said, I keep saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it. Can't confirm or deny anything. Because if I say you're wrong, or you're right, or like you're kind of onto it, or like maybe, then you know. I'm going to give it away. But I like all of these, for whatever that's worth. Max is just the equivalent of Team Rocket. He's there, but nothing happens. I don't know, guys. Don't know what to say. Interesting. You have to do the thing, but you can't do the thing because of another thing, but that thing makes you do the thing you're supposed to do, and you can't do it because the other thing preventing you. Gotcha. You're like stuck in a circle. Going back in time makes you go back, makes you not go back in time, which makes you go back in time, which makes you not go back in time. Episode 3 we know kind of gets wild, so maybe it follows April, a completely separate character who's very different from the tone of the priority setup. Either an antagonist force or helpful. Also interesting. Plot twist, Flip gets shot on a street in Detroit by Max. Unfortunately, I will confirm or deny that one. You're right on the money, Donut Man. We go specifically to Detroit and Flip dies. I'd love to just like hard cut from the color fun list of skifters to just like cut to Flip on a street in Detroit, and he's just like, no, not Detroit. It just gets gunned down in the street. Oh no. That would be pretty epic. Not gonna lie to you. Episode 1, you know, maybe sort of finale soon. Maybe the two brothers will return in relevance, likely the villainous one being evil or something. Okay, interesting. But to buy Maya just to make that into a meme, heck yeah. If anyone out there buys Maya, don't forget, unironically, they have a indie license. Episode 4 is the finale. There will be 4 episodes of there will be 4 episodes of Skifters. Holy crap, dude, Maya's so expensive. What the hell? $350 a month? Ugh. Let me, what is the price of the indie version? $5? Why Maya Indie? There we go. Yeah, they got an indie license. I was just opening it up to see what it is. $455 Canadian. 455 CAD to USD. 330 US dollars. That's for the year. 1 year. So that's what I'm paying right now. Yeah. For the regular one, for the regular version, oh gosh, I don't ever go on their website. Maya. I don't want a free trial. $2,700 a year. Ooh. Oh, what the hell? What the hell, brother? I don't pay that because I do indie. If you're making less than like a ton of money, if you make less than a ton of money, then you can do indie. But yeah, one day I'll have to pay this amount, and that'll be when my cartoons are paying, and I'll gladly pay that amount because I can afford it. Let's go. Right now I cannot, so I'm really glad this indie license exists. Dude, for real. Lego's insane. But yeah, I would argue Maya worth the price for, I would definitely argue Maya worth the price for the indie license. 100 million %. I don't know that I would argue it worth the price for that ludicrous amount, but it is very it's very targeted at like big like AAA corporations like Hollywood movies and big video games. So you need to make a lot of money before you need to pay for the real one. But if you're making a lot of money, then you can afford the real one. It's kind of the idea. It sucks that it's so expensive, but it's really good. So like I'd rather pay money for a really good software than not pay for one that's kind of whatever. What would you do if I lit your computer on fire? I would have a hard time with that, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Blender is great. Like, to my understanding, for the price, which is free. But is it amazing? I really don't know because I haven't used it. So I can only recommend Maya because it's all I know. You do a Q&A? I'd be down. Chicken fingers and fries is the answer, though. Chips and motor oil. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, Pikuniku. Do, 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 do. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. How's it going, little? Going pretty good. How's it going, Sonic? All right. Let us render this biz. Yowza. How's it going, Mystic? Okay, I'm gonna let this render and just run to the washroom. BRB. I am back. We're still not done this render. Oh my goodness. Also, Maya is fast rendering. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not this fast. It's only this fast because because the way I optimize my scene, usually, in theory, it shouldn't be this quick. Okay, layer 1 complete. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. How's it going, Wolf? Did you anybody have a birthday? Thanks, Mystic. Saving. Yo! Avatar with the $10 super chat. What the hecky? You a real one. Thank you so much. When do you think you'll have the next episode ready? Well, first of all, thank you for your super chat. Appreciate you. And this is my current timeline for episode 2. Episode 2 has grown up to 13 minutes, roughly. In the interest of having the pacing be good. Episode 2 is going to be a little longer. And episode 3 is going to be a little shorter. I'm going to guess from now, episode 2 is going to be a couple months. Would be my guess. My timeline currently has up to here completed. So the first 2.5 minutes are done. We have no modeling or rigging to do. And then we have a little segment of action that's done over here. So by the end of the week, we'll have up to like, I'm gonna guess we'll have like up to here done by the end of the week. Something like that. And then this is gonna be like month 1, month 2, if I had to guess. So 2 or 3 months. That's the first donor of the YouTube channel. Yeah, Avatar, making history. Appreciate you, for real. Your financial contributions keep the show alive. So, I very much appreciate it. You've made my day. When's April's birthday? It's in May. Do people do that? Do people name their kid like April or October because they're born in that month. I thought they just like the name. That's kind of wild. Alright, we have one more layer to render. Do. Oh, you render in layers, but wouldn't that explains some things? Wouldn't using layers be confusing when a character goes from front to behind quickly? Most favorite food is slushies. Come on. Don't even know your Skifter's Ken lore. Come on. I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you. I render in layers for many things. I do the stars on a separate layer, the sky on a separate layer, and then all the foreground stuff on a front layer. Torque and Flip are on the same layer. I'll show you how it works in Maya in a sec as to what kind of problem we're solving. I just can't open Maya while the thing is rendering. But basically, if two characters can exist in the same space and they're getting all the same post-processing effects, then they get rendered on the same layer. Like I said, Flip's on the same layer as Torque. If I wanted to blur Torque, I would render Torque on a separate layer so that Torque can get like a little blur in post-production, and Flip wouldn't have it applied. I could have rendered Damper and the Nagaraboshi in one shot, I'm kind of realizing now. But if you look here, you can see that at the start of this shot, Flip is overlapping with Damper because in 3D space, they occupy the same space. The reason for this is I don't really have a meaningful way in Maya to scale Damper up, and in order for her to be out of the way of this shot, she'd be too small. It would perceive, based on the focal length of the camera, for her to be way further away than she really is. So to simulate her being as close as she actually is, I have to make her closer than she really is so that it makes sense, because the focal length of this camera is very long. Or sorry, very, very wide, like it's a fisheye lens. So dampers are very close. By rendering her on a separate layer in Maya, they're no longer clipping, despite the fact in 3D space they occupy the same volume. So that is why I render some things in layers. That's one of the many reasons that I render some things in layers. It can get annoying when characters are overlapping with one another, but there is a fix for that. I essentially just is that called 21? What am I just importing? Shot. Why is it called Shot 21? I named it wrong. What was I saying? Holy frick, what was I saying? In Premiere, I can just make cuts and flip them into different spots. Like I could make like a cut here and then be like, okay, now the Nagaraboshi in front. So then like if they overlap one another and I need to change what's in front, then I can do it that way as well. But I try to stay away from that because it's kind of annoying in Premiere. What if Torque spontaneously combusted? Boop, gone. Smart. What can I say? I have a gigantic brain. JK. JK. Okay, I'm going to set up this next shot, but I'm not going to start it tonight because I need to get to sleep here, and this is a pretty good spot for me to stop because I want to be back at it. Back at it early in the morning. I saved it like a bloody moron. Open scene blank. Then we're going to save this one as 22, overwriting this file we just did. Do everything by yourself, or do you get help on some part? I do everything by myself. I do the voice acting. I do all of the modeling, rigging, and animation. And then I do the voice acting for most of the characters. And my wife does voice acting for some of the other characters. I also outsource my sounds and music. So I pay like a little licensing fee to a sound library and to a music library to get those. Thinking about my music options going forward. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for future projects in terms of music. Oh, it was muted. Duh. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stick with the Monstercat library because I do very much enjoy it. But yeah, everything that is visually here in the show is all me, which is I don't want to toot my own horn, but arguably the most work is definitely the animation itself. It is not a quick process. Say that again. What about the scenario? I don't know what you mean by scenario. I did all the writing, so I did all the concepts and like deciding like what the story would be and stuff, if that's what you mean. Yeah, Donut Man's on it. I don't know Flip's real name. I didn't give him one. He never told it to me, is how I feel. So he's flipped to me just like he's flipped to them. That's what you meant. Gotcha. Yeah. I did all the writing. I have a little book here. Which is the script. So, trying to find an easily identifiable spot. There's the bit in the pilot where in the first episode where Flip says, "I've just never met someone with such a crazy take," and then Torque walks towards him and smashes her forehead on his and says, "We've never met me." And then he's like, "What? What's that?" And then they look off to the side to see April approaching. So I write everything down in this little book. I write down my scripts and my storyboards. And then I take pictures of the storyboards on my phone. And then I upload them. And then I so here's the creation of the universe in the prologue. The skiff is traveling. And then it explodes. And then we get a white frame. And then the skiff is sailing onwards, and the universe is being born. And yeah. So I write it all down in here, and now I make it on the computer. How's it going, random guy? Gerald's big bottom. How's it going, Rat Muncher? You guys, the timing. I have to go to sleep. I want to hang out and keep working, but I seriously need to go to sleep. Oh my gosh. It's 11 p.m. here, which is past my bedtime. And I need to go to sleep so we can do this again tomorrow. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to call it a stream there. Before I go, I'm gonna put the link to our official Discord server in the chat. So copy. I'm gonna put it in the chat. This is the best way to get notified when we go live. Because how else will you know unless you are notified? So if you join the Discord, you can react to one of the roles to acquire getting pinged when I go live, so that you don't miss a stream. But you can also hit the bell on the YouTube channel if you prefer doing it that way. I have a poll coming out tomorrow evening. Make sure you vote on it, because I'm really curious as to see what the data is like for what people like about the show. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know when. It's gonna kind of just happen when the stars line. Dude, it would be so cool if YouTube loaded the freaking chat. Why doesn't it load the chat? I just get this blank bar. Bloody worthless. How am I supposed to put something against the chat? You're killing me, YouTube. You're killing me. But yeah, once this opens, I'll place it in the Discord, and then I'm gonna go. So react to the thing, get notified as to when the stream goes live, so that you don't miss out on future streams. Holy moly, YouTube! A chat would be cool. I don't know why it does this. Genuinely, I don't know why it does this. And Streamlabs doesn't let me open chat. There it is. Donut Man, spat it out. Let's go. Okay, so there's the Discord if you want to follow for future streams. And there's also a place for you to drop your art. If you're an artist, you can drop art in there. I try to be active in there when I can, usually when I'm working my regular job, but I try to spend as much time cartooning as I can. So apologies if I don't get to everybody in there. It's just the way my brain works. I like to work. But yeah, this has been a vibe. Thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh, thanks again, Avatar, for the super chat. You a real one, keeping the show alive. Night, guys.